What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. It's about time that we had a serious talk about the Parasite exotic grenade launcher and why you should start using it this season, and not just when fighting Atrax in the Deepstone Crypt. Between the most recent buff to heavy grenade launchers, along with the combination of the Season of the Wish artifact, the Parasite is currently one of the most powerful weapons to melt just about any raid or dungeon boss in Destiny right now. With the most recent update, Bungie gave all heavy grenade launchers an increase to their overall ammo capacity, along with a 10% increase to impact damage. This has significantly increased the overall damage potential that a lot of heavy grenade launchers are capable of dishing out, and this puts the Parasite into a unique situation that it's never been in before. Ever since it was released, the Parasite has been looked at as an extremely niche weapon. It offers the Worm's Hunger and Worm byproduct intrinsic traits, so as you defeat enemies with any of your weapons or abilities, you'll build up stacks of Worm's Hunger. This increases the blast radius of your next grenade and increases the damage by 10% with each stack of Worm's Hunger. This maxes out at 20 stacks, providing you with a 200% bonus on the Parasite's next shot. The problem that most players have always had with Parasite is that this bonus only gets applied to the first shot, and historically the Parasite hasn't been able to hold very much ammo, leaving most Guardians to choose other weapon options that provide more sustainable damage bonuses. But with these recent changes, the Parasite is starting to look more and more like the Dragon's Breath. The Parasite will hold a base amount of 13 rounds between its magazine and its reserves, and with 3 Solar Reserve mods, it'll hold as many as 17 rounds. And what many of you might not be aware of is that when you take self-damage from Parasite's explosions, you'll gain a 15% increase to the damage of any other weapon. And unlike when it was first released, the self-damage that's dealt by Parasite has been significantly reduced. This damage bonus can be stacked on top of weapon surge mods, Well of Radiance, and other universal damage modifiers. This means you would have one overpowered Parasite shot as soon as damage phase starts, and then you'd be able to follow that up with 10 seconds of increased damage with a weapon like the Air Might or Cartesian Coordinate. This would also make weapons with bait and switch an extremely viable option to run with Parasite, but with increased ammo and increased impact damage, the amount of overall damage that you're able to deal with just the Parasite is absolutely insane. A lot of this has to do with the Kindling Trigger and Revitalizing Blast artifact mods. Kindling Trigger will cause unscorched enemies to become scorched whenever they're hit by a solar weapon, whenever we have Radiance. This will trigger Revitalizing Blast, which is going to weaken any boss or champion, causing them to take 30% additional damage over 6 seconds. And this solar debuff is able to be continuously re-triggered. With a few select solar fragments, we can even increase the effects of these mods. When using Ember of Ashes and Ember of Char, we'll be able to apply twice the amount of Scorch. And when ignitions are triggered, they're going to spread more Scorch to any surrounding enemy, including that boss, allowing us to deal more damage with the Parasite or any other solar weapon. One drawback to the Parasite has always been its slow reload speed. You could use an auto-reloading mod on your boots, but that would take away solar weapon surges, and with one auto-reloading mod, it takes about 3 to 4 seconds. And honestly, it's pretty inconsistent, so I don't really recommend it. Harmonic reloader mods on your gloves, though, would be a great idea. And there are options that every class has to be able to overcome this reloading issue. Warlocks have the Luna factions, which increase reload speed by 100 points whenever standing in a rift. There's also the Transverse of Steps, which reloads weapons when sprinting. And there's also the Rain of Fire, which will auto-reload weapons when performing a mid-air dash. Warlocks can also capitalize on increased Scorch damage by using the Dawn Chorus. Titans have the Path of the Burning Step, which provides a 4 times weapon surge to any solar weapon after getting a grenade kill. And there's also the Syntheseps, which provide a 50-point increase in reload speed. Out of all 3 class types, hunters have the best synergy with the Parasite. There's the foe tracers, which will give a ×4 weapon surge to all solar weapons. There's the speedloader slacks and the dragon's shadow that both provide increased reload speed. But the one hunter exotic that's going to pair up the best with the Parasite right now is the radiant dance machines, along with marksman dodge. The RDM give hunters the ability of creating their own version of slide shot. When you dodge, you're able to perform additional dodges over the next 6 seconds, and by defeating enemies in between those dodges, the multi-dodge timer will get extended up to 11 seconds, allowing you to perform even more dodges, giving you the ability of dealing out insane levels of damage in a really short amount of time. And since a lot of the boss encounters in Destiny will continue to throw rank and file enemies at you during the middle of a damage phase, the Radiant Dance Machines is going to be an incredibly powerful option. Whether you go all out and unload every round of the Parasite into a boss, or mix it up and rotate through your weapon rotations, the Parasite is absolutely incredible right now, and it'll provide you with a ton of success on any solar build during Season of the Wish. So if you haven't given this exotic grenade launcher a try recently, or maybe you just don't have it yet, well, it's time to change that. And with that said, I wish you all the best of luck out there this season. Thank you as always for checking out the video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel. And before you close out of the video, let us know down in the comments below what your thoughts of the Parasite are. If you're a new Light Guardian just starting your journey, or a battle-hardened veteran just looking for a new home, then be sure to check out the Discord link in the description below and join one of the greatest communities in all of Destiny. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.